Hello, this is Scott Grogan, and we're going to talk about the UnFranchise AutoShip. First off, in your widgets, you have a calendar widget available. The calendar widget will tell you whether you've met your current monthly accrual option criteria, whether you've met your quarterly criteria or not, and when your next AutoShip was set to pull. By clicking the settings, you can also add up to 5 other identification numbers within your organization so you can help to make sure that they're meeting their monthly accrual option criteria and such. The volume placement widget will help you to be sure that your current placement settings are still valid. Like in this case, that person is no longer valid, so I might have some volume defaulting to my 001. Good to know. To find the UnFranchise AutoShip, you go to Ordering, AutoShip, UnFranchise AutoShip. It's normally going to go to the middle of the page, and you would need to scroll up to see some of the options. Business volume can accrue for up to 365 days rolling if you choose to exercise the monthly accrual option. To exercise the monthly accrual option, you would need business volume, 50 BV for an unfranchised owner who has earned no commissions, 100 BV for a coordinator who has earned at least their first commission, or 150 BV for an executive coordinator who has gone through the pay cycle and flushed with 5,000 BV on the left and 5,000 BV on the right, and they've earned that final commission in the pay cycle. This will never go higher than 150 BV. On the IBV side of the house, if you've earned no IBV commissions, it's 10 IBV per month. If you've earned at least your first IBV commission, then it's 20 IBV per month, and if you've flushed 5,000 IBV on the left and 5,000 IBV on the right, then it goes to 30 IBV per month and it will never go higher. UFMS, the Unfranchised Management System, is required to exercise the monthly accrual option. And in order to exercise the monthly accrual option for IBV, you must complete the shopping annuity assessment at least once. A tool that we have available to us as unfranchise owners in order to help make sure we exercise the monthly accrual option without fail is the UnFranchise AutoShip. This is basically just an order, things normally that you're going to use on a regular basis anyway, that you have shipped to yourself automatically every month, and the volume sent to the places so that it satisfies the monthly accrual option. In the first quarter, there's something called first quarter grace so that you don't actually have to meet the monthly accrual option in months 1 and 2, just once for the first 3 months combined. So your UnFranchise AutoShip will default to that third month initially. You can set it up to pull in the third month, and that satisfies the monthly accrual option for the entire first quarter. If you start your business with a Fast Start Kit, then the items in your UnFranchise AutoShip are pre-selected based on the Fast Start Kit that you selected. Those products can be changed if desired, but please make those changes no later than 48 hours before your UnFranchise AutoShip will be drafted. Whatever date your queue date falls on in any given month, you will go forward to the Friday to determine the end of your monthly queue date period. Once you have the end of your monthly queue date period, you back up 17 days, which is 2 weeks, and to Tuesday. So it will always be on a Tuesday. That is the date that your UnFranchise AutoShip pull would be on for that monthly queue date period. So in this case, our UnFranchise AutoShip will pull on the 13th. So in your UnFranchise AutoShip, in your back office, it will always show you the next order date up here. And for those new people first setting it up in their first quarter, if they don't want to wait until their third month to have it pull, they can adjust the date here and have it pull earlier if they would like at that time. Excess volume placement allows you to have not just the minimum that you need to satisfy your monthly accrual option on your AutoShip, but you can put everything that you use on a regular basis on your AutoShip, and it will pull automatically and come to you with no problems. And this just allows that volume, the minimum amount needed for the monthly accrual option will go into your 001 to satisfy that criteria, and the rest will go wherever you wish it to be within your organization, following the proper volume placement guidelines, of course. You could designate one ID here for BV placement and extension. You can designate a separate ID or the same ID and extension on the right for IBV placement. Once you've input those IDs and extensions, simply validate placement, and then when you submit the form, it will update those in your record so that the volume is placed accordingly. If you leave these blank, as they are right now for this individual, then that volume will follow your automatic BV and IBV placement settings, which we'll discuss in another video. Accrual protection ensures that you're not going to mess up as your BV or IBV criteria increase within the business because you've earned commissions. You can click Learn More to get a nice little synopsis of what the accrual protection is. But when you go from 50 BV to 100 BV, or 100 to 150, or 10 IBV to 20 IBV, 20 to 30 IBV, this will automatically increase your AutoShip amounts by doubling the BV or IBV items on your monthly AutoShip. That way you won't have a problem with your monthly accrual option. Accrual protection will also allow your UnFranchise AutoShip to double if needed for the IBV portion if you had one cart items in your cart that were not available, because we can't voucher those items. Instead, we will double the non-one cart items in your cart to be sure that you meet your monthly accrual option for the IBV side. And of course, if a person were to earn commissions in their first 90 days, that does terminate first quarter grace. And if needed, this will have your AutoShip kick in month 1 or 2 to make sure that you're not going to have a problem there. You can adjust the shipping address if needed. The billing options for UnFranchise AutoShip are fairly simple. You can pay for it with a bank draft or credit card. We do recommend the credit card option with at least 2 cards on file, and debit cards work here just as well. By having 2 cards, we're able to charge your first card on the Tuesday, and if that declines for whatever reason, we can try that same card again on Wednesday. Sometimes we'll lose a card, or we get a new card and we just simply forget to update the system, so it's okay, but that's why we have the secondary card in here, so that on the third day, that Thursday, it would actually try the secondary card if it's there, which gives you 3 attempts to have your monthly accrual option satisfied by the UnFranchise AutoShip that month. If all 3 attempts fail, or both attempts with only 1 card on file, then the order is canceled for that month. And if it's canceled 2 consecutive months, then your UnFranchise AutoShip is canceled altogether, and you would need to go in and fill out the form again, authorizing us to try your UnFranchise AutoShip. In the billing information on the AutoShip form, you can choose to pay with a checking account by completing the information here, or you can add managed credit cards with this link and simply select a primary and a secondary card, which will then have those cards available for your AutoShip. You can do just a primary, but as we mentioned, I recommend both cards. There are many ways to find items for your UnFranchise AutoShip, and we'll go over those. But first I want to scroll down to what we've actually got in our AutoShip. We've already got a couple of the vitamin supplements, as well as the shaving kit and UFMS. Our IBV is covered, UFMS is covered, but we don't have quite enough BV in here. So there's this warning message that comes up. Anytime you're missing the UFMS, the amount of BV that you need for your monthly accrual option, or the amount of IBV for your monthly accrual option, this warning will come up letting you know that you currently do not satisfy the monthly accrual option with your current order. So let's find some things to add on. The UnFranchise AutoShip queue, you can populate with items as you go through and look at things. When you find products that you're going to purchase in your UnFranchise business account, you can add them to your AutoShip queue, which makes them available here to very easily select them for your UnFranchise AutoShip. The custom products allows you to put you or a family member's custom blend isotonics on your UnFranchise AutoShip order. If you know the product code, you can use the Add to AutoShip option, or you can search for items right here. I'll go ahead and find the OPC using the search because I don't know that it's 13009. Let's add that to our AutoShip. And then we can scroll down, and there are the items on our AutoShip. That warning message is gone because we do satisfy the criteria. We have more than enough BV, but that's okay because we know that the excess will go via our auto placement settings, and everything is good. If we want it expedited, we can do that. Standard shipping is an option. And then you can review all the one cart items are separate from the normal items on here if you have one cart items. And then you've got the complete summary. You do have to agree to the terms and conditions, and there is a message here. Any changes made 48 hours or less before your shipping date will be reflected in the following shipment. They won't affect the current shipment. So you need to make sure you make those changes plenty in advance so that they affect that week's order. Save and update pricing when you're ready. If you have options on the address, it will confirm that here. Yes, continue. And you get the confirmation down bottom. If you don't see that confirmation, please scroll back up and find whatever isn't right. I think it would normally highlight that in red for you, but just make sure you get that green confirmation at the bottom, and then everything is set. That's the UnFranchise AutoShip, and I hope this video has helped. See you on the next one.